It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine?
Hello everybody, welcome to Wilsonville Wednesdays. We had a great episode planned for you, but we decided to postpone that a week, and we're still really excited for that, going out to check coffee. But a lot's changed since this last week.
Yeah.
Wildfires have taken a lot of our communities around us and definitely still impacted us. So we hope that you and your family are all very safe with the air quality and just everything going on.
Stay healthy, stay safe. I've had a number of my family in Clackamas County having to be evacuated. Here in Wilsonville, we were in the threat zone.
Yeah.
And as of today, it looks like we've been back down to normal. We hope it stays that way. We're praying for rain and some change in weather conditions. But this is a time where we all have to come together and put our differences aside and rally for one another. So this week's a somber episode, but it's also, heartening at the same time because
we've seen a lot of really amazing things, as we always do, right? That's what we love about Wilsonville. When things happen like this, our community steps up, comes together. So we want to highlight that, and there's a lot of incredible organizations and community members that have stepped in and are helping people that are on the front line of these fires, people who've lost their homes. So we hope that you enjoy seeing that highlighted, even amongst this horrible time we're having in the state of Oregon, that we have people in our own community who are stepping up and taking care of people.
Yeah, and you know what? This episode is going to be a resource to people who are like, how do I help? Like, where do the resources need to go? And also find encouragement on how to do that, because I see their neighbors doing it. Please share with people so that they can get this information out about how they can help the community in Oregon at large on how to make sure we're taking care of one another during this time of unrest and crisis. Please share, please let other people know how they can help and get the word out there in this episode.
Yeah, so join us as we talk to some of our community leaders.
Absolutely.
Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in this week to Wilsonville Wednesdays. We're here with some community advocates trying to help people out with the fire. I'm here with Laura LaJoy with Joy of Life Chiropractic, her husband Mike, who's with Legal Shield, and some young people that are making a difference. And Laura, I'll let you introduce everybody.
Awesome. Well, first of all, I just want to thank our Wilsonville community so much. It's been an overwhelming abundance of donations, and this is one of, 10 trips that we've taken so far down to your fire station, Clackamas County Fairgrounds, State Fairgrounds, Bauman Farms, Clackamas Park. I mean, we've been up and down I-205 and I-5, and first of all, I want to just thank you from all the fire stations. They said that they're abundant with donations. Don't take anything else there unless it's requested. Second of all, Clackamas County Fairgrounds is still taking things. They have evacuees and livestock that they're still helping. So watch all of the Wilsonville Facebook pages, especially this one, for what is specifically needed. In the coming weeks, we're going to find out who has lost everything. And that's when the work really starts. I want to thank all these Wilsonville High School and alumni and students. We've got Interact Club members, robotics team members, athletes, and we've had so many other people, John Badeo, his family, that have just showed up and really made an impact here. So I just want to thank you. If you're looking to specifically donate and you have money, but you don't have time or you don't have the things to donate, the places to give it specifically right now, wilsonvillerotary.com/donate. We have a set-aside fund for wildfires, and we're waiting to hear from the specifically hit areas what they need, and we're giving it not to individuals but to organizations in those areas. So you can donate there. Huge shout out to Izumi Steakhouse in Tualatin. Alan Song is with the Tualatin Rotary. They've been feeding 250 to 300 firefighters every single night, and it's going on for the rest of the week. So they also have a GoFundMe page. So again, Wilsonville community, you're awesome. Thank you. Okay, cheers.
And we all have to come together during this time. So once again, thank you guys. Elbow bumps.
Hey everybody, I'm here with John Badeo, one of the many, many community volunteers who's helping to coordinate the efforts for the wildfire victims and for our frontline firefighters. So John, can you just tell me a little bit about what's been going on with you the last couple of days and where all this stuff is heading?
Last couple days have been a whirlwind. We've had plenty of food that's come in. What you see here is clothing and blankets and pillows and stuffed animals. This load is actually going out to Canby, and I've been out to Woodburn, and we're about to have another collection point this Wednesday at Heart of the City.
Tell me what the Scouts have been doing the last couple of days too.
So the Scouts have been networking. They've been contacting multiple agencies, all their friends and family, to try to get them to donate stuff, hand sanitizer, baby wipes, diapers, dry foods, canned foods. And then this Wednesday will be the culmination. It'll be at Heart of the City. You can either donate your items, or if you don't want to go shopping because of COVID, a cash donation would definitely benefit the firefighters and those displaced by the fire, such as here at Best Western.
So you were sharing with me, and I had the opportunity to talk to her as well today. Karen Classy,
yes,
who
Karen
owns
Classy.
Bunch of Joy Flowers out on Stafford.
Yep.
But she's doing a lot of really cool work too. Can you share with me?
She's making, she has a bounty of zucchini, so she's making these personal sized zucchini bread to give to firefighters and displaced person. And she's also making doggy treats out of zucchini. And she's also part of a transitional youth program, and they have a harvest of fruits and vegetables that they would also like to donate. And I think the Heart of the City said yes, bring everything down, and they'll try to disperse through numerous outreach programs such as myself and Dr. LaJoy, who's also taking food out to everybody.
Awesome. Well, thank you for the work that you're doing,
You're very welcome.
helping to coordinate efforts, and really appreciate all that you do for Wilsonville and that you're doing right now for the fireworks.
You're very welcome.
Thanks, John.
We're up.
Hello, everyone. I'm here with my good friend Lynn Welchel, Heart of the City. I think you're the first one that's made it now 3 times on Wilsonville Wednesdays. So, but it's because you guys are doing such awesome work here in Wilsonville. And yet again, last week we just talked about Gear Up for School and what you did for that.
Yep.
But here we are in the midst of another crazy
2020,
where people are really desperate and in need. So,
and luckily we live in a community that answers all the calls we put out.
yeah, that is great.
And they come together. And
We've seen that all across the board. The different people that we're visiting this week, most of whom you know, who've just stepped up and are going into action, and our whole community really, who have given. I mean, every place I've been has just been chocked full of the items.
And that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people are feeling really powerless right now, because we, and that just adds to what we're already going through with COVID and different things. So I think that this allows people to heal, because they feel like they're doing something to make a difference.
Yeah.
So we've been very lucky to live in the community we have, because we just put it out there and so many people show up.
Great. So if you guys have been wanting to participate, haven't been able to find the right connections, or still have stuff at your house that you have, or want to give
there's a list.
donations,
you can follow the list. We actually are partnering with the United Way. All of our money and all the supplies will go to the United Way, and they'll be taken to the firefighters, and they'll be taken to the people who have been affected by the fires, whether they had to evacuate or lost their homes. So 100% of what you donate is going completely to them, because they're front lines. So they do all the hard work. We're just hub, and then we'll deliver Thursday to the United Way in Silverton.
Awesome. So there's a list for people who were affected directly by the fires, and there's a list for the firefighters who are fighting on the front lines and their needs. So whatever your heart is telling you should give to, there's 2 separate lists. Or both. Yeah, or both. So today, from 3 to 7,
yes, we're so excited
here
to have
at Heart of the City, we'll be
it's
collecting
be
all those.
It's going to be a drive-through, so we're going to have Boy Scouts that are going to be helping too. Everybody's going to be masked up, so we're keeping all the sanitary guidelines for COVID, so everybody will be staying safe. And just come between the 3 and the 7 and drop off, and you'll be greeted with lots of people being so excited to see you.
Awesome. 3 to 7 today here at Heart of the City. If someone can't make it, if they still want to give, there's an opportunity to give online as well.
Yes.
Can you please share with people how they can do that?
It's give.theheartofthecity.org.
Give.theheartofthecity.org. All those monies go directly to United Way out in Silverton, who is fighting,
100%.
who is supporting the front lines.
Right.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much for the work that you do all the time, but especially right now. I can see things are already coming in here. People are already getting things checked off that list. So thank you for the work you do, and thank you for all that we do as a community. Anytime something comes up that people are in need, Wilsonville just continues to amaze me. So thank you to everyone who's already given, who plans to give, and just another way for you to participate. So.
Yep, I'm so excited. See you guys all in a little bit.
All right, thanks, Lynn. Air high five.
Hi, Wilsonville. This is Molly Colakilo from Innovative Dance. I just wanted to thank everyone in the community who came out this last weekend to donate to our drive for the victims of the fires. We collected so much stuff to take to the fire department: pillows, blankets, food, clothing, toiletries, first aid kits. We even collected $280 that I was able to use to buy all the other things that would be helpful for the firemen and the people of the community. I took my load to the Aurora Fire Department. They were in charge of collecting items that they are distributing to all of the shelters and places looking out for the victims. They had several flatbeds coming in to load up all the stuff from their station, and they were going to be taking it all over Oregon to help all the people in need. So again, thank you so much. We are planning a clothing drive coming up this following weekend, so keep an eye on our social media for details for helping with that. Thank you.
Hey everyone, Kyle and Ben. We are here at Izumi Steakhouse in Tualatin. My good buddy Alan Song here, who's the owner, who's been very involved in our community, supporting Wilsonville Schools, Wilsonville Sports, any community event that you've been at, the Wilsonville Billboard Concert Series. Alan's everywhere, and I'm going to let him introduce the rest of his group. This gang of restaurant owners has jumped right in and made sure those men and women who are on the front lines fighting these fires are getting fed. So, wow, I did not expect to get that emotional, but these guys are doing amazing things. So I'm going to turn over to Alan and let him tell a little bit about their story.
All right, so I'm Alan, so I own the Izumi Japanese Steakhouse. So we're located here in Tualatin. So we've been cooking meals for all the firefighters and volunteers. We're doing a lot of teriyaki chicken bowls, veggies, and rice. We have Jessica, Brian, and Chris here. Jessica is our go-to person on delivering everything to these firefighters. Brian and Chris own businesses here in Tigard, and so I'll let them kind of introduce what we've been doing as well, and other businesses that kind of got together and started all this.
Hi, I'm Brian Liu. I am the owner of Firenza Pizza in Tigard. What we did was, actually initially, when they had evacuees out at Mountainside, I went ahead and donated some pizzas just to them because they needed food. And then Chris contacted me and said, like, we need to feed the firefighters too. So we went ahead and made up, was it this past Sunday, about 75 pizzas to send out to them, and we got it out to them, and you know, whatever we can do to help out, I think it's a really good thing.
My name is Chris, and I own the Hut Deli in Tigard on Main Street. And I was contacted by Symposium Coffee mentioning there is a huge need for food for firefighters. And we started on Friday. We made 200 sandwiches, thinking we're feeding 200 people, but we only fed about 95, and it was all gone. And they reached out to us again with more need for more food for starving firefighters, and we got the chain rolling of business owners, including Brian, Alan, and a lot of other ones.
We want to be supporting these businesses who are doing all this, so please.
So this all started with Symposium Coffee in Sherwoods and Tigard's, where they got a connection with the Baltic firefighters and started a chain with Musi's on Main in Tigard, Simon store. She rallied probably about 3 or 4 truckloads of supplies, snack, water, and all such things that went up there. Curiosities Vintage in Tigard as well was involved. And we got Momo Sushi on board in Lake Oswego, donating food up there as well on Monday for lunches. We have Primo Espresso that stepped in with coffee and breakfast. Fat Milo's in Sherwood. Tigardville Station, been amazing. They did 100 hamburgers, way out of the capacity on Sunday, and they did, believe it or not, 300 sandwiches this morning. Wow. And DeAngelos Catering in Tigard as well has been helpful.
Awesome. So I have a question. Restaurants have been really devastated and hit hard due to lockdowns, COVID-19, a lot of the unrest has really been difficult for your guys' industry. And it's sobering and heartening. It's really heartening to see you guys, even when it's not out of your excess, giving back, right? I can only imagine that the personal sacrifice that you and your staff are making while we deal with this crisis, another crisis in 2020. Can somebody speak a little bit about, like, personally, what emotionally that has been for you, and like what it's been for your business, and how are you doing it facing all the other obstacles?
So, I mean, I think I speak for all the businesses that Chris has mentioned is, we are willing to give back regardless of what it is. It's always about trying to do the right thing. And if the community has a need, I know Chris, Brown, we've all stepped up. I mean, they've all donated, hundreds and hundreds of sandwiches and pizzas. And I mean, we've donated almost, at this point, about 400 or so teriyaki chicken bowls. But it really is just trying to do the right thing. So regardless of the personal sacrifices, I mean, yes, we're going through stuff, but the frontline people, the firefighters, they're going through it 24/7, where we're just kind of, just trying to do what we can to help.
Wow. When you deliver them a meal, like Saturday nights, I brought them the teriyaki boxes, they open them, they almost cry. Just that aspect itself, makes you happy. People lost their houses as well. And, what is it for us? Giving a little food away.
Wow. Jessica, can you share a little bit about your story, how you got connected into all this, and what you've been doing to kind of coordinate between all these guys?
A lot. I have a friend's wife. Her husband has actually been down on the front line. He runs the bulldozers down there. And so he has been in it. He'll send videos to his wife, and it's him and the bulldozer and the five. And so I started collecting things for them. Excuse me. She sent out a list saying hey, the guys need blah 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 blah, and so I just put out a Facebook blast, and I was like, hey guys, if you can drop it off at my house, I'll get it to where it needs to go. And I was making about 3 deliveries to her a day. Happened that Kevin and I just sort of connected. They said, hey, I have this group that definitely needs some help with the restaurant coordinating it, and so he just started sending me information. I said, okay, I want to make sure that on Tuesday night they didn't have 7 restaurants showing up with food for them, and then on Wednesday they had nothing. And so I just sort of took the ball and ran with it, I guess, and here we are.
Awesome.
I ran.
And can you share the story about the muffins? I thought that was kind of a point of the impact of what these guys are doing.
It was somebody came and delivered a bunch of meals today, and he happens to be a firefighter, and he loaded up his truck, and he's like, I'm going to bring these down to my guys because what they got yesterday was muffins. That's it, muffins.
I'm sure they're enjoying their teriyaki bowls and their subs, their pizza a little bit more than the muffins. So. And they literally, you're talking about them serving, they're working constantly. They need the nutrition, they need protein, they need the fuel to keep going on this. So what you guys are providing to them is really essential. So.
Yeah. Well, I it's awesome how it's all hands on deck. In our communities, especially in this Tualatin, Tigard, Sherwood, Wilsonville area, how our communities, like so many others, have just been the rest of the stuff doesn't matter right now. What matters is that we come together and make this happen. And that's something that's great that's coming out of this, is just to see the outpouring of human kindness and goodwill and just doing the right thing because we care about our neighbors. And you guys are part of the list of heroes that should be mentioned in our community as we all battle through this.
So thank you all for what you're doing. And for those of you who are watching, these are the business owners that you need to support. Come get your hibachi steakhouse. If you haven't been to Izumi, by the way, it is really dinner and a show. You get the full meal deal, and very reasonable to bring your family in here too. So definitely all of these business owners who've been here and are supporting the frontline workers and those people who've been evacuated, please go and support them, patronize their businesses, and you're going to get a good meal out of it too.
Not only are they good food, but they're good people, and so that's what we're all about. So let's make sure we support them, and we'll make sure to look in those comments and find out who they are.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take me out to the fire. Take me out to the line. Bring me some Sawyers and Hazel O's. I don't care if I ever go home. Root for the Red Crew. You know we want the most days. For it's 1, 2, 3 tool types out of the old firelight.
Thank you so much for tuning in this week and joining us. We hope that you were inspired by some of the people and the groups that we talked with.
Thank you so much for tuning in this week. I know that was a lot of information for everybody, but please tune in next week as we get an up-close look at Chug Coffee here in the community and have some fun with them and highlighting their small business and why they chose to do their business here in Wilsonville. And once again, please click the subscribe button. Please share. Please like the posts, and especially this one because we need to get the word out to help our neighbors.
And please check out the organizations that we've mentioned and support them. They are doing the frontline work right now, and for those of us who are a little bit removed from the situation, wondering where to go, what to do, these are the people that are doing the work. So please go back and check out those links and support the people in our community who are doing the work to help the people that are on the front lines. So
yes.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
you for your
guys.
support. And
thanks for tuning in.
Be safe the rest of this week. We'll see you next week at Chug Coffee.
We'll see you next week, guys.